Hello everyone, how are you? Renee here. Welcome to your weekly pick a card reading. This reading is for this week. We're into the double digits of January 2022. So it's taking us from the 9th till around the 16th or so, or 15th or 16th. All you need to do is choose one of these three cards. Which one do you feel drawn to right now? Is it card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3? And the correlating reading is for you. Thanks so much for watching and have a great week. Once you've made up your mind, look below at those timestamps and fast forward to your reading. All right, group 1, if you chose the first card, this is your reading. So your first card is Nettle, and the message here is pay attention. All right, so there's something you really need to pay attention to this week, group 1. Also, I love those vivid greens in that card. So let's draw you a flower card to go along with the herb card for your week, group 1. We have tulip for you. Friendship and gratitude. Let us be grateful for the people who make us happy. They are the charming gardeners who make our souls blossom. I love that. Friendship and gratitude. Pay attention. Now let's take a look at a self-care card for you, group 1, and then we'll get into the tarot. So for you, we have this card. It reads Mind on the front. You are the master of your inner world, and you decide how the outer world affects you. Cultivate a calm inner state, group 1. So pay attention. Practice gratitude, pay attention to your friendships, and cultivate a calm inner state. Be mindful. Do some grounding exercises. Do some meditating this week, group 1. Let's see what we get with the tarot. Some specifics for your week. I am getting psychically that you've had a lot of stress, maybe the past month. And this week, you just need to take those moments, those little moments here and there to kind of stop, smell the flowers, so to speak, pay attention to what's going on around you, and yeah, cultivate a calm inner state and be very mindful. That helps to alleviate stress as well. Being in the moment is a very powerful practice. All right, we have the Hanged Man coming up for you. Strength. The Star. Knight of Wands. And the Six of Coins. All right, group 1. So what I see for you is essentially, yeah, you're tired, you're overstressed, you're mustering up the strength to see things from a different perspective. Perhaps you've been a little bit down in the dumps. Some of you, I feel like you recently had a falling out with someone and you've been a little bit upset about that. I feel like there's a lot of healing happening this week for you. Maybe it makes sense with all this greenery here. Because when I see green, I always think of healing. I mean, obviously spending time out in nature, do that if you can. But there's some healing going on here too. Let's see what that star's bringing you. Okay. It's a wish about money. It's a wish for you. It's either health, balance of health, or paying off some debt, having enough, right? But there's a little warning here, not to be selfish, that you will continue to have enough. Both of these are wish cards. The Nine of Cups and the Star are wish cards. So whatever you're wishing about money, it's going to come true. So you need to manifest that. You need to believe that, and therefore not be stingy or miserly with your money. I mean, be frugal. Don't be, stupid about it, about spending. Don't be a miser, or overspend. But you're getting a very strong message here about health and or finances, that everything's going to be okay. And that's just kind of validated here with the 6, where you're able to give back. There's a balancing. They're holding a scale. There's a balancing happening. Knight of Wands, let's see what that's all about. And the Knight of Swords. Oh boy, so this is a dynamic I I like to look at because, you know, I pay attention to the way the cards are drawn, the artwork, and the different tarot decks that I use. And this one, you can see this knight is straightforward towards this other one, and he's just kind of looking back. Why is he looking back? Or she? Why is this person looking back? They're not going to see this person attacking them. They're not going to see that coming. All right? So I want you to prepare for something, to prepare for a challenge. You don't want to be blindsided by some kind of a challenge or a mishap. I do feel like it has to do with work. It has to do with work. Yeah, and it could be a conflict at work with other people. So there is something happening where you're kind of being blindsided here, but if you're prepared for it, you'll be okay. All right? Let's see what else I can tell you, Group 1. I have 2 of Cups, 2 of Wands, and the 3. Okay. This is kind of talking about a beneficial partnership happening. Maybe it's the person you've clashed with in the past. Maybe not. I'm going to move these up so you can read the bottoms. Sorry about that. But it definitely talks about a beneficial partnership with someone that takes you to the next level, that shows you the way, gets you up those stairs to a point where you're really looking out and you're really deciding your next move. All right, so someone is beneficial. There is a beneficial partnership happening for you in your area of work or creative endeavor or your business or whatever it might be. Let's draw one more on that. And we have the 9. Yeah, you're going to get to a point of stability here. All right, but you're not going to be doing it alone. You're not going to be doing it alone. You are going to get some assistance. So some themes here are prepare for challenges and obstacles. Pay attention. I feel like this was your first message. Pay attention to the details. You want to try to avoid obstacles and problems this week and conflicts with other people especially. So just pay attention, and that might be nipped in the bud. That's a possibility. The Hanged Man's also telling you to see something from a different perspective. Pay attention. Look at something a little bit differently. You have the strength and courage to move forward. There's a big wish coming true about your money or your health or both. Yeah, money's going to be fine or health's going to be fine. You're going to be able to help other people in one of those ways eventually is kind of what you're getting here. But you do need to calm down. You do need to be in the moment. You do need to be mindful this week. And you do need to also practice gratitude and be grateful for the little things that are going on. Because I feel like you've had a lot of high stress lately, Group 1. That's the main emotion I'm getting you coming out of. I feel like you're pretty exhausted right now. And you need to take the time to heal from this exhaustion. Does that make sense? All right, I hope this helps you. Have a great week. Bye. Hello, Group 2. If you chose the second card, this is your reading for this week. Your first card is Dandelion, and the message here is perseverance. You have the power within you to persevere this week. Remember that. Whenever you're feeling a little bit bogged down, weighed down, tired, be sure to push through, okay? Let's see what flower card we get for you this week. Group 2. So for you, we have Trumpet Gentian, power and healing. To get what you love, you first have to be patient with what you have, all right? Power and healing. So that word power is kind of popping into my mind again. Obviously, I just read it. But yeah, you have the power here to persevere, and power's coming up again here. Let's draw you a self-care card before we get into the tarot. Whoops, okay. So we have patience for you, Group 2. And it reads, it is safe to wait. So be patient, Group 2. Practice patience this week. So far we have persevere, power and healing, and be patient. 3 P's, persevere, power, and patience. Let's see what we get for you with the tarot. Let me just shuffle these. Once more, tapping into you. All right, we have the Two of Swords coming up first. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Three of Coins. The Four of Wands. And we have the Six of Cups. Okay. Well, I can tell you that the focus is definitely on your loved ones here for most of the week. Maybe Monday, Tuesday, there's a choice to be made, but then we have groups getting together with other people. We have the family unit. We have nostalgia, reunions happening towards the end of the week. First, let's take a look at that Two of Swords. What could that be? Four of Coins on top of that. And the Fool. Okay, there's something you cannot make your mind up about, okay? It has to do with maybe starting a new job or starting something new. You're hesitating, group 2. There's something causing you to hesitate. I'm going to draw one more and see if we can get a little more advice for you on that. I feel like whatever this is, whatever you're thinking about, it could be very good for you, because Two of Wands is all about stability. It's all about getting to a point in your life where you feel confident, you've learned the things, you've done the stuff, you're happy and you're content. So, you know, there's always good reason to hesitate. You know, it's a healthy way to be, not jumping into things all the time. That can be a little bit, you know, immature. But I feel like it's time. I feel like you've hesitated for too long here for starting this new thing, whether it's taking a class, starting a new job, going up for a raise or a promotion or applying for something, whatever it is. I feel like it's time, all right? It's time. You need to persevere. You need to know that you have the personal power to succeed. I feel like you've been patient with this. We have Page of Cups coming in. Let's see what that's about. And the 6 here. I feel like this is you kind of jumping in to help somebody. If you have children, this is definitely jumping in to help a child, is what I feel. Either emotionally or mentally or financially. You know, maybe they're in a pickle right now, or they haven't worked and they need some help paying the bills or whatever. You're definitely jumping in to help a family member. For some of you, it's a soul family member. It's a friend or a spouse or a parent or a cousin or whoever. But you're jumping in to help this person, okay? And then, as I mentioned before, there's reunions. Yeah, look at that. There's reconnections. Reconnections. Not a new connection. I'm getting reconnecting with people. Lots of loved ones around you here towards the end of the week, group 2. Lots of loved ones around you. Let's see what else I can tell you. Let me shuffle these up again. Okay, we have work. So you are probably a water sign or have a water prevalent, water, sun, moon, or rising. King of Cups is usually Scorpio, could be Pisces or Cancer. But I feel like this week, you're doing pretty well. You're pretty balanced. Emotionally, you're pretty happy, especially with all of these reconnections and reunions. Mentally, you're finally persevering. You're finally feeling that personal power, and you're brave enough to take this next step or to do this thing that you've been putting off and putting off, okay? What are you supposed to be waiting for is the question. Let's just draw directly on that, okay? So that is starting a new project, starting something new. Maybe this is deciding you're going to do it, but you can't quite do it yet. You do have to wait. Maybe you decide you're going to go back to school and you can't just jump in right now. It's probably mid-semester or whatever. You know, I know we're already into the second half of the year when it comes to school. Maybe you're signing up for the summer or for the fall. Okay, be patient with that. But you need to make the move now. You need to sign up, apply, get in touch with the people who need to know, etc. You need to kind of do that. Because I feel like it's the right move for you. I feel like it's the right move. These connections are really strong too. Now, if you're not the King of Cups, then that's probably the strong connection coming in. Or someone coming back into your life, or someone visiting you Maybe a family member who moved far away is coming to visit you, and it's a very joyful time towards the end of the week. Group 2 is kind of what I'm getting. So anything else I need to tell you? The color orange is jumping out at me, and that's all about that sacral chakra. See how it's peeking through here too? Yeah. That's about joy, bliss, happiness, passion, having fun, Group 2. This week is all about fun. You're making this decision. You're committing to this thing, to starting this new thing. Then you're going to persevere and make it happen, but it's all about fun and joy and connecting to other people for you, Group 2, towards the end of the week and going into the weekend. So it looks really good. Have a great week. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, Group 3. How are you? If you chose the third card, this is your reading for this week. Your first card is Oats, and the message here is to just be. Just be mindful. Take a moment to just be. Whether it's to create art or sit outside and just watch nature. Just take some moments this week, Group 3, to just be. So let's see what flower card we get for you this week. And then we're going to draw a self-care card, then we'll get into the tarot. So for you, we have Hydrangea, thankfulness for understanding. Before we can forgive one another, we have to understand one another. All right, so just be is your first message. Your second message is trying to understand other people around you who maybe you've had a problem understanding lately. You're wondering why they've acted the way they've acted, done the things they've done, said the things they've said. Try to understand them a little bit better this week. Now let's draw you a self-care card. So your card reads Self. If beating yourself up worked, you'd be thin, rich, and happy. Try loving yourself instead, Group 3. I love this. Try loving yourself instead. And you can see she's fleeing from this cage. She's freeing herself, right? You can free yourself from these negative self-talks, whatever it might be. You have the power within you to do that. Let's get into the tarot. A lot of that green popping through. It's like the minty green. It's about resting. It's about the heart chakra, love and forgiveness. It's about the imagination, creativity. It can also be about accepting changes. Let's see what we get for you with the tarot. We have Six of Wands coming through. We have the Fool. I'm sorry if my table or my camera's shaking. I think there's a train going by, but I can't hear it because I have a heater on. We have King of Wands in the middle. We have 10 of Coins. And Judgment coming up for you. All right, Group 3. So, definitely your work is paying off right from the get-go here. You are being seen as a leader in your field. You've slowly but surely and steadily and patiently made your way to this position. So some of you are taking a leadership position here at the beginning of the week. If it doesn't have to do with work, it could just be in your family circle or your friend circle, or you're kind of taking the initiative on things, right? Someone involved in your week is the King of Wands. That could be you. Usually it's male. Usually it's a fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. It could just be describing the energy that you are embodying this week. The energy of being the social planner, of being the people person, the funny person, which would kind of make sense with the Six of Wands, right? Or someone who is the leader of a creative project or of his or her own business. So that's kind of the archetype I feel you are embodying this week. Definitely a leader. Embarking on something new, working on something new with the Fool and the Eight of Coins. It's going to pay off. You're planning for the further future. We have some emotional energy coming through, some nurturing energy here with the Queen of Cups. Could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. You could be one of those signs. But there's some nurturing taking place here. With the Emperor, too, you're just taking charge of your life. I feel like you're balancing masculine and feminine. But there is quite a bit of creative energy and quite a bit of nurturing energy underneath the surface. So you come across as the Emperor this week, Group 3, you know, the leader, high on the horse, the victor, the person in charge of everything. But underneath it, you're being very helpful, very nurturing, and you're definitely planning for the further future with your money, with your career, with all of that stuff. There's like an underlying motive. I don't want to say ulterior motive, but there's reasons for everything you're doing this week, Group 3. We have 5 of Cups, and the Star, and the 2. Okay, let's see. All right, so there's something coming up here that's highly emotional. It's something you're hiding from other people. Maybe it's a fear, maybe it's a problem with depression, anxiety, a problem with some kind of emotional imbalance. I feel like you're trying to take care of it all on your own, and that could work, Group 3. It could work, but I have to tell you, if you feel like you can't do it on your own, you do need to reach out and get some help from friends, loved ones, professionals, a therapist or a doctor or something like that, all right? You're trying to take care of it on your own, but, you know, it never hurts to ask for help, Group 3. It never hurts. And being the Queen of Cups here, especially with the Moon and the Star and the 5 of Cups, you are highly emotional this week, but you do hide it from others. You're hiding it. So, could have to do with the first card here. Being too hard on yourself. Being too hard on yourself. Hopefully it's nothing as drastic as like self-loathing. I'm hoping it's not that. If it is, you need to start loving yourself, because we are all different for a reason. And you are the way you are for a reason, and you bring to the world what no one else can bring to this world. Guaranteed. What you bring to this world, no one else can bring. And you might not even know what it is yet. But hopefully you're not beating yourself up about this. But yeah, I would say ask for help, get some assistance if you feel you need it in any of those areas with your emotional self, your mental self. But, you know, essentially, you need to just be sometimes. You just need to chill. You need to, like, turn your mind off and meditate is what I'm hearing from my guides. Group 3 needs to turn their minds off and just be and meditate, okay? Also, can't forget the hydrangea's message of understanding or trying to understand someone else's point of view, trying to forgive one another. This could have to do with yourself as well, trying to understand yourself, trying to forgive yourself, all right? With all the green poking through and the pink of the heart chakra, I think self-love and self-forgiveness is very important for you as well. You are killing it at work. You're doing great. You are the leader, the organizer, not a problem there. For you, towards the end of the week, it's all emotional and mental. So you need to take care of that. Try on your own if that's what you want to do, but don't be afraid to ask for help. All right, Group 3? Thanks. Bye. All right, so let's see what the energy of the week will be in general. We'll start off with an herbiary card. Look at that, perseverance, dandelion, and I think, what was it, Group 2? One of the groups got this one. I don't remember which one. But there's the main theme of the week, is to persevere. What about self-care? What do we all need to know? Or what should we all be doing this week? So we got reassess, You have the right to change your mind. Remember that this week. You have the right to change your mind. You know, that's funny because I was just thinking of this literally like 3 days ago, because I have decided to change something with my business, and I'm not going to announce anything yet, but I'm working out the details and things are going to be changing. And at first I felt kind of weird about it because I've done something the same like all these years, many years that I've done readings and things like that. And I decided, you know, I do have the right to change my mind. You know, some people might be upset that I'm doing something differently, but oh well, you know, it's my life, it's my business. I have the right to change my mind, and so do you. So let's see what flower would be fitting for all of us this week. We have honeysuckle, domestic happiness, and devoted affection. I will wind thee in my arms. So doth the woodbine the honeysuckle gently entwist. That's from Shakespeare, of course. Domestic happiness and devoted affection, yes. So we have that lovely peach color here, a little bit of the peachiness there. And peach is all about beauty, comfort, and serenity. And definitely focusing on domestic happiness and affection towards others, not taking for granted your beloved soul tribe or family, friends, loved ones, and of course, persevering. So let's draw a few tarot cards. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Five of Coins. The Hermit. Move this up just a little. I know they're probably not completely centered, but my tablecloth keeps moving. All right. Nine of Cups. And finally we have the Hierophant. All right, so you know, the vibe I'm getting from all of this is wanting to explore and learn something new. To me, it looks like you have a right to change your mind. If you want to do something differently, if you want to learn something new, kind of what I'm getting from the Hermit and the Page of Wands and even the Hierophant. You know, this could be a guru or a teacher in some instances, and so can the Hermit, but one of them can be you. You have a right to learn something new, to do something differently, or to start something new. You know, maybe you want to start a new project or start a new business. You've been bored. Five of Coins isn't always about feeling destitute or sickly in a literal sense. It can mean, you know, figuratively, just you're sick of what you've been doing over and over and over again. You're sick of the monotony. That's the energy I'm getting here, is focusing on joy and what's making you happy, knowing you can change your mind at any point in time, and knowing that you can learn something new. All right, so why don't you learn something new this week? Sign up for an online class, read a book or a type of book you've never read before, follow someone on YouTube who's teaching something that you've never learned, you've never done. Try something new this week. It's a good week for following your intuition and following where your interests take you. All right, everyone, have a great week.